has the lead. Dana Ray in second spot's got Jeremy LaVoy on the outside, and they're 3 wide behind them. Rich Hammond up top, Daryl Vertifay in the middle, Devin Jensick down the bottom. Vertifay gets shuffled back.
Vertifay shuffled back just a bit. Middle of the racetrack, falls out of the top 5 as the top 2 get away. Norm Root will lead lap number 1. The 3-time champ, Jeremy LaVoy, right there in second.
The gap is less than a car length between the front 2. Trouble, turn 1. RJ Surdell, Matt Winter, Travis Hyde are the point leader, all tangled.
Meanwhile, Jensick to the right of your screen. On the left side is your leader. It is Norm Root.
And Matt Winter, the second, has come down pit road. It looks like his night is over as Root consistently runs about a car length, a half a car length ahead of Hammond.
Rich Hammond right there in the second spot in his hip pocket as they come up the front straightaway and peeks to the inside. Does Hammond in the 28. New leader by the time they get to turn 2, or is there?
Root tries to go for the crossover coming off the corner but has to back out of it. Hammond didn't give him enough room. It's Hammond in front. Root in second. Kevin Cormier now closes in from back in third.
Watching that race on your screen from 7th on back, led by Daryl Vertifay.
He gets a little bit loose coming off of 2. Matt Clement had to check up. That opens the door for Jason Lafayette, who got into the 59 coming off of 2. Clement gathers it up but loses the spot.
Lafayette is trying to come to the front of this field, but he is struggling with car number 55. He has now broken into the top 10, setting in the 8th position. Daryl Vertifay is his next target.
Vertifay getting reeled in by Lafayette as the change for second position has occurred. Kevin Cormier made a slick move inside of Norm Root in turn 1 to take the runner-up spot.
The former champion brings him to turn 2 for the final time.
Hammond trying to keep his car locked on the bottom. Cormier gains a little bit coming through 1 and 2, but the gap is still too far to sustain for Cormier. Hammond leads the way coming off of 4.
The black and whites are waving. Rich Hammond back in winning form here at Stafford. He'll take down the win. Kevin Cormier, great run for second. Jeremy LaVoy to finish in third. Norman Root to finish in 4th. Devin Jensick to round out the top 5.
Green flag is up. We're underway. Outside lane gets the jump. That is led by Casey Vogt as they go to turn number 2. And there's a stacked up behind him as the caution comes out.
Well, the caution flag comes out. The reason, a little bit too rambunctious. They're supposed to evenly start as they come off turn number 4. Ben Morrison, Casey Vogt. Mad scramble, 3 wide, stacks up everybody down the front straightaway, but somehow everybody keeps going in forward motion.
3 cars in the back of the field go agricultural racing as Davis spins in turn 1 but straightens it out. Up front, it's Dalton McCarthy to the inside of Casey Vogt for the lead.
Peter Bennett, one of those cars that went agricultural racing here on the front stretch, and the caution comes out. Again, for 2 consecutive starts, the inside lane of Ben Morrison did not come up to speed. No laps complete. 3rd time hopefully will be a charm here. Ben Morrison to the inside, Casey Vogt outside, Kologiannis and Dalton McCarthy. Row number 2. Green flag is out. We're back underway. And again, Morrison doesn't come up to speed. Kologiannis looks to thread the needle, go right down to the bottom and make it 3 wide for 3rd.
Casey Vogt, the leader, slides up the track as they're still 3 wide back and forth. Dalton McCarthy moves in. Underneath the 75 in the battle for the lead. McCarthy's got the advantage. They're still 3 wide in the top 5.
3 wide. They're all scrambling to get to the front of the field, and we haven't got a half lap into the record books. Dalton McCarthy becomes the first leader down in turn 2.
But Casey Vogt is staying stubborn up top. He really rolls the center on the high line very nicely and gets to drive off to pull back alongside the 34. So they race bar to bar for the lead in 3. 2 by 2 from the front to the back, and Fuller gives Vogt a shove. A big push down the back straightaway, propelling the 75 to the lead. Now Fuller tries to get second from McCarthy.
She's rim riding on the top side of the racetrack. They are side by side in a bid for second. Megan Fuller lines up the chrome horn to the back bumper. Fuller is going for the lead off turn 2.
She thought about it for a second but backed off, so she still has to deal with Dalton McCarthy on the inside. Side by side for second, side by side for 4th. Everybody stacked up 2 by 2.
With Casey Vogt acting as the pace car on this high-speed pace lap once again for the 3rd time by. Meg Fuller outside lane assumes the 2nd spot, all over the back bumper of Casey Vogt, but McCarthy not going down without a fight.
He tries to hang on the inside, but Fuller got a huge run off of 2, makes the pass on the outside, slices to the inside of Vogt for the lead.
She does a crossover like a pro as she comes back off turn 4. They are equally matched at the stripe. It's still Casey Vogt. Megan Fuller dives in at a ton. Turn number 1. Fuller is on the charge, and here comes Chris Matthews.
Matthews is right on the back bumper of Fuller, trying to push her ahead going into 3. Megan's got the preferred lane, but they're still racing wheel to wheel.
Chris Matthews looks on, or he was looking on, now challenges for the 2nd spot on Casey Vogt as Meg Mike Fuller inches ahead. Charland goes around front straightaway. Others become collected. Houghton gets a big piece of it in the 99, along with Tyler Berry, Ben Morrison, Matt Brewer also against the outside wall in the 51. About 5 cars coming together here on the front straightaway to put us under the caution flag once again with 6 laps complete.
On the inside, Casey Vogt is there, side by side, down in turn 1.
Megan Fuller, the leader on the inside, got in a little bit quicker than Vogt, but again, that 75 really rolls the top nicely. He pulls a little bit ahead of Fuller. They race wheel to wheel, dead even going into 3 with Matthews watching.
Chris Matthews up to the 4 spot. Amanda West, then 1 car hard in the outside wall in turn 4.
That's Norm Sears in the 98. He hit the safer barrier pretty hard. A lot of right front damage to that 98 machine.
He's trying to get that car down, Kyle. We're not sure if he's going to be able to do it. He works hard. Yes, he does. We give him credit. He gets a gold star for tonight's performance. Back up front, they're still slicing and dicing off turn number 4. Here they come, Kyle, to turn 1.
As Meg Fuller brings the field back to the start-finish line, Austin Goff has moved his way into the top 5 to the inside of Amanda West for 4th as the battle for the lead is on the backstretch.
Matthews is itching to take that top spot. He's took a couple peeks to the inside of Fuller coming off the corners. He's got the position. 29 moves to the point.
Well, it is a brand new leader again off the turn. Chris Matthews moves to the front of the class. No surprises there, but we have got a yellow.
Car over in turn 2 has gone around. It looks like Adriana Kimmer in the 79 in her 3rd start here at the Speedway tonight.
We're back to the stripe. Jump on the inside. Chris Matthews back in command as the leader. Bid is now for 2nd.
Fuller on the outside tries to slam the door on Vogt. She's got the drive off to hold on to 2nd. And here comes Austin Goff on the outside of Vogt. He moves into the 3rd spot.
Yeah, challenged for Amanda West in the top 5 a few laps ago prior to the caution, and now looking for a podium run. Vogt all sorts of out of shape while battling with Goff for that 3rd position. Goff will hang on to the spot in turn 2.
Hovey reels him in, pulls up to the back bumper of that 75. Looks to the inside going into turn 3. He's going to stick it on the apron.
He throws it to the bottom of the racetrack. It comes up, pushes Vogt up the hill. Meanwhile, Hovey is still there on the bottom. Kalajanis is right there with him in turn 2.
Kalogiannis looking for a hole and a way to go forward. Hovey takes the spot. Casey Vogt tries to get in line. Kalogiannis did not get a good run off of 2 while they're 3 wide in the middle of the pack. Chris Matthews leads the way. The gap is still about 5 car lengths, but Hovey dives it to the inside of Goff. He swipes 3rd.
Wow, he just stuck it in at a ton. It stuck, it went, and it's gone. White flag is out. No one is surrendering. Matthews leads Fuller. Hovey is right there to contend.
Hovey picks up some dirt along with Fuller going into turn 1. They have a little bit of lap traffic up ahead. Hovey reels in Fuller, looks to the inside in the battle for 2nd, and he's going to go for the move.
To the inside for the runner-up spot, Nicholas Hovey on Megan Fuller. 3 car lengths behind the race winner, Chris Matthews, career win number 25 here in the SK Light Modifieds. Matthews wins by 0.3 of a second over Nicholas Hovey in 2nd.
They work their way off the turn. Front row, Bobby Sturck and veteran driver Tommy Fern.
Corey doesn't come up to speed mid-pack as the leaders go to turn 1 for the first time with Tom Fern leading the way topside.
Both drivers slide way up the track. Sturck and Tom Fern as they come off of 2, and they're almost 3 wide for 3rd as Daryl Keene moves up to that spot. Sturck on the inside still hanging with the 92 of Tom Fern.
There's no question about it. Fern's got a run in the outside lane, but here comes Sturck. Sturck is even, but Fern takes back the lead down in turn 1.
Sturck on the inside, still trying to hang strong, but that car slides up again. He has to check up. That allows Tom Fern to take the lead as Chris Buffoni has problems coming off of 2. It looks like he might have a right front tire going down. Tom Fern still leads the way as they single out in front.
Number 07 for Buffoni that come to a screeching halt. The BRF chassis is out, we believe, possibly with a flat right front tire. There's the Monaco Safety Services crew.
Green flag is up. We are back underway to begin lap number 3. Fern gets the jump and a little bit of a shove from Andrew Duran on the bottom.
Tom has the top spot while they're door-to-door from 2nd on back. Andrew Duran on the inside of Sturck, while Chris Meyer moves to the inside trying to move up to 4th. He's got the right side full as they race into turn 3 with Daryl Keene, the 79.
There's no question about it. Here comes Myers, last week's winner. He is challenging for the 3rd spot. Andrew Duran is up to 2nd. Myers is there. Here comes Wayne Corey. Myers is coming to the front.
Paul Verrecchio Jr. to the inside of Stirk. Adam Gray, who came in second in points, got shuffled back on the outside, got briefly hooked with the left rear of Keene, but everyone singles out.
Gambacorta, he's in that pack of cars. We've got one.
Gray's got a problem in turn 3. I think that contact might have flattened his right front tire, and he comes to a stop just shy of the safety barrier.
He's underneath the New England Racing Fuel, Sunoco, the official fuel of the Stafford Motor Speedway. Banner in turn number 3 and 4, and you're right, Bonza, I think from your vantage, it's a right front that went down.
Green flag back out here. Shorter distance tonight, 25 laps to go in this 30-lap feature, and it's Tom Fern to the inside looking to reclaim the top spot.
And he does so. Chris Meyer trying to take second. He's quickly made his way up through the field. He started deep in the pack. Now he goes for second inside of Andrew Durand.
He goes for second, doesn't like second. He wants the lead. They come off the turn. Fern is sideways. He manhandles the automobile. All of a sudden, last week's feature event winner, it is Myers to the bottom. Side by side off 2.
Tom Fern is not giving Meyer any room off the corner. He's really loose coming off of 2. Meyer's got the advantage. Tom likes to get to the inside quickly. He's pushing Meyer through 3.
Meyer hangs on to the top spot, but for how long? A very aggressive Tom Fern gets turned off the front bumper of Tom Butler. 360 keeps it rolling. He'll fall into the second half of the top 10 as Meyer hangs on to the race lead off turn 2.
Well, there's no question the damage on the gray car is the reason for the black flag. He still continues to run on the racetrack, gets the black flag again. Back up front, bid is for second, third, fourth, and fifth, and they're all in contention there.
Durand in second. He's about 4 car lengths behind Meyer, who is the leader. Tom Butler about 2 car lengths back in third, while they're lined up behind him.
Andrew Durand third in the championship standings, just might sneak back into
Trouble,
this.
turn 4. Adam Gray has gone around, and he comes to a stop with the right side facing the field.
And Paul Verrecchio may have clipped him when he spun over in turn number 4.
Well, Ben and Kyle, they actually have a ratcheting system that they are going to try to ratchet that right fender back on. Also trying to use tape to get that car to stay together so that he does not lose too many positions or points in this race.
Well, it appeared, we're looking at the replay, that Gray tried to hold on to the spot. The 9 car was there, and unfortunately, the end results is what you saw. And we've just been told from race control, car number 97 has been given a penalty, a 1-lap penalty for bringing out an unnecessary caution is the unofficial ruling.
To the outside of that second row, green flag is back up, and here comes Wayne Corey. Immediately thought about making it 3 wide and then thought better of it, tucking back into line in 5th.
We've seen him try that move a couple times, but he didn't have the position on Butler to commit. Meyer has the lead. Durand's in line in second. Takes a look to the inside, but Meyer drives it in really hard.
Certainly does. Myers is doing a great job of holding on to the lead. Then there is literally 5 cars contending for the 3rd spot. Last week's winner, Myers, is out in front. Durand is there. Trouble now for the 10 of Corey.
He got sideways and he's off the pace. Something is wrong with the 10 of Wayne Corey Jr. He is way slowed down the back straightaway while everybody flies by him. He is pulled away. Steady from the get-go. He leads by 1.5 seconds.
Here he comes back off turn number 4. Looking to do it back-to-back here at Stafford. No easy task. Checkered flag is out. Chris Myers is back in winning form. Andrew Durand, great run to finish in second. Tommy Butler to finish in the 3rd spot.
Michael Jarvis brings the field off of turn number 4, looking for the green this time around. Stephen Chapman rejoins the pack, a 1/2 lap down. Underway we go. Green flags are up, and it's going to be Chapman to bring the field into turn 2 for the first time.
33 of Jarvis has the lead while they're 2 by 2 from second on back. A couple of chassis pro cars going for that second spot. Flannery to the inside of Owen.
Well, they might be buddies off the racetrack, but right now it's every man for themselves. Off the turn to the stripe. Jarvis is there. All of a sudden, DiMatteo hooked on the back bumper. He's trying to get to the front.
He's pushing Flannery on the bottom lane as Flannery tries to get by the 81 of Owen, who gets a great one off the corner and stays ahead while DiMatteo and Moeller are side by side for 4th.
Michael Jarvis, the race leader. Battle for second is on. Todd Owen has it. Here comes Anthony Flannery to the inside. He's finding pressure from Corey DiMatteo in the 11. Moeller to the inside of Todd Owen for the runner-up spot as they come back off of turn number 4 to complete lap number 6. Great racing at the front of the field. It is tight from the lead on back as Michael Jarvis shows the way.
But he's only ahead by a car length as Moeller ekes out ahead of Owen for second spot. Owen backs off, gets in line in third while they're side by side for fourth. Moeller gets a great run off of 2, takes a look to the inside. He's going to go for the bottom shot and take that top spot.
Last year's champion Andrew Moeller goes to the inside in turn 3, comes out of turn 4 as the new race leader. Car 85 goes to the point over Jarvis, who falls to second.
It's a conga line of cars bunched up at the front. Here comes Jarvis. He gets a great run off of 2, pulls to the inside of Moeller, trying to take the lead back.
Jarvis sinks it in at a ton off turn number 4. Lead change takes place. Michael Jarvis right there. Here comes Corey DiMatteo. He's to the bottom of the racetrack challenging.
And DiMatteo grabs the runner-up spot. He might have a chance at the lead. He pulls right up to the back bumper of Jarvis coming off of 2. Looks to the inside in 3. He's going to go for the bottom shot.
Has a chance and takes it over in turn number 3. Here comes Corey DiMatteo, looking to become the 3rd different leader in the last 4 laps. He goes to the point in car number 11. Michael Jarvis to his right elbow.
Incredible SK modified action as DiMatteo is clear for the top spot. Now Moeller back to the inside of Jarvis, trying to take second again from that 33. Julio has broken out that pack as we got 2 battles up front. Moeller to the inside, bottoms out going into 3 under DiMatteo. They make contact.
Mike Christopher Jr. just behind them goes to the inside of Jarvis for 3rd, and he wants more. Right to the inside of Andrew Moeller for the runner-up spot. Here comes Michael Christopher Jr.
A slick move to take second, and he shuts the door on Moeller, who goes back to the inside, but Christopher puts the block on him.
Nobody is giving an inch in this event. They come off the turn. The entire top 10 are bumper to bumper as they come back to the stripe. Back in the 13th position, Alexander Pearl is there. Marcello Rafano was running 12th, and the caution flag comes out.
And that is for the Prucker car off of turn number 2. Spun up the back straightaway and got into the infield grass to put us under the caution flag. Here, just shy of halfway, Prucker 24th in the running order. First car off the lead lap. Corey DiMatteo at the point.
Oh!
Moeller goes around off of the front bumper. It looked like Todd Owen here on the front straightaway. We'll keep it under the green flag for now as the leaders are in turn number 3. Caution comes out.
As the caution comes out, Andrew Moeller's car fires back up, and I can't wait to see what everybody home is going to see on Flow, exactly what happened there. Kyle, here they come. No odds on favorite in this one. They barrel to the line.
DiMatteo gets the jump on the inside. Michael Christopher in the outside lane, trying to gain that high side momentum with Jarvis to his inside.
Christopher working that top lane, but doesn't have enough momentum up the corner. Comes down on Jarvis, who goes sliding through the wet grass. Everybody's got to watch him. He's coming back up the track, right in front of Timmy Salamino, Kurt Brainerd, and David Abreu.
Unbelievable chain of events. He literally got down on the grass itself, which is a little bit damp and slick tonight. Back into focus there. Comes across. Jarvis is down on the grass, mowing some lawn. Comes back up on the asphalt. Tim Salamito's looking straight ahead, and he gets the slap that takes him out, and Kurt Brainerd is involved, the little independent runner.
For the restart, that is 3-time champion Todd Owen, still looking for that first win of the season outside of the top 10 in points. Would love nothing more than to turn his season around here tonight as we go back under the green flag. Back to turn number 1, inside lane with the advantage. DiMatteo goes to the point.
And the 2 Chassis Pro cars of Flannery and Owen once again are going at it for the second spot. Flannery has the preferred lane on the inside.
All of a sudden, Jonathan Pulio and Chapman have come to life. They are in the 5th and 6th position. Then it's Mikey Flynn. Then it's Keith Rocco.
They're even for that spot as they come off the corner. Zackham holding strong on the outside while they're still side by side for third. Oh, Tyler Chapman hits the wall after contact with Mikey Flynn, goes in head on and busts the radiator on that 41 car. That ends the night of the Chapman Apartment Homes 41 machine.
We're looking at the replay, and yes, we could see there was a little contact. He kind of got hooked, and when he did, sent the car around. It hit at a ton. As they head off turn number 4, side by side, Corey DiMatteo, Flannery on the upper lane. They work their magic off turn 4. The green is out here at Stafford.
Back underway we go. Corey DiMatteo picking up right where he left off, and that is at the front of the field back in turn 2.
And they're side by side for second as John Julio now makes his move inside of Flannery, slowly making his way through the pack. He's got the preferred lane going into 3.
Julio is a guy to watch. He has just muscled his way into second. Car number 7, the Mr. Rooter machine. But look out, here comes Mikey Flynn. 1 week ago, he was in victory lane. I think he wants to do it again.
He's up to 3rd. He's locked in a battle for 3rd as he's got the 25 of Flannery to his outside. One of those cars in the pack hit the wall. Sparks flew, but there's still bar to bar for 3rd.
Okay, Ben Flannery in the outside lane leads that outside charge off of turn 2, scraped the wall a half a lap ago, and now is challenged by Keith Rocco to his inside for position number 4.
Contact in the middle of the pack between Dylan Izzo and Todd Owen sent the 76 sideways, and Rocco looking to the inside 3 wide, but he backs out of it as the top 5 are single file. That trio bunched up together while they're still side by side behind them with Alex Pearl on the inside of Mike Christopher Jr. with Andrew Moeller looking for a place to go.
You know, there's a mad scramble for that 13th position. Moeller is there, Christopher's in front of him, and Alexander Pearl is running in the 11th spot. 5 cars running to be among the top 13.
It was a tight squeeze coming off of 4 between Pearl and Christopher. The 82 was inches away from skimming that wall, stayed off of it, and completes the pass on Pearl for a second on the outside.
Andrew Moeller, David Arute, side by side. That is key. That is for 13th and 14th. Andrew Moeller right now in the TC13 by a half a car length, but David Arute gets it wound up in the outside.
That 75 looks pretty strong up top as Todd Owen in front of them had a bad exit coming off of 2. Backed up the bottom lane. Pearl on the outside of Moeller, now to the outside of Owen.
Moeller is stuck on the inside. Todd Owen right there contending off the turn. Here comes Pearl. Back to David Arute. He's a factor now. He goes to the outside. David Arute's working his way into the top 13.
Something seems off with that 81 car. He's going to get split. Moeller moves to the bottom, trying to get past Owen, who just got passed by Arute. Owen continues the loose spot.
Wesley Brucker to the inside of Moeller as Todd Owen will be bypassed by them both, watching the race for 13, and now for the lead up the backstretch.
John Julio got a great run off of 2, but again, DiMatteo throws the block on him, so they stay single file while Flynn tries to take 3rd from Rafrano.
They come back off turn number 4. It is still the 11 car. Here comes Jonathan Julio to the inside down in turn 2.
He took a look, but DiMatteo came down on the 7. Julio had to back out. He's going to have to try again. Flynn in 3rd, trying to go for 3rd to the inside of Rafrano, but Rafrano drives it in hard.
Looking for SK Modified win number 10 in his career here at Stafford. He picks up his 2nd of the season. Corey DiMatteo wins the 40-lap SK Modified feature event.
Here we go, getting ready to fire them back up. It is DJ Helberg moving to the point, and we are under green here at Stafford. Bottom in turn 1. Dave Sciasco, short-lived. Wow, they're Wild and Willie 3 wide, heading towards Monza.
Jason Raymond got tossed up in the marbles while Bill Cody loses several spots and gets hit by Sean Monahan. In the midst of all that, Tyler Trott has the lead. He just banged doors with Mesha. There's a lot going on in the back of the pack. Trott leads by 3 car lanes. A tight battle off of 2 in the battle for 4th. They are almost 4 wide. Downey in the middle gets the spot. Here comes Clemens and Warren.
No question about it. 1 car goes up the hill, gets literally sideways, gathers it back rather nicely. Keep your eyes on Travis Downey, the defending champion, up to the top 4.
They're still door-to-door for that 2nd spot. Gambacorda's got the position on the inside. He takes the spot. Now it's Travis Downey on the inside of Marvin Winkler in the 3rd spot as they lap past David Mesha Sr., who heads down pit road. Downey gets hit from behind.
Oh, there's no question about it. Clemens is here. He's playing hardball as they come off turn number 4. They bing and they bang as they cross the stripe. 6 cars contending for position number 3.
Downey put the block on Clemens down the front stretch. It looked like protecting that bottom lane as Winkler gets the Stafford shuffle, losing several spots. Tight battle for 3rd between the top 2 in points. Clemens right on the back bumper of Downey.
Meanwhile, the 55 of Brandon Warren just clicked off the quickest time in that circuit.
It's getting tight for that 3rd spot. Clemens dove it in under Downey, who tried to block him, but the 67 kept his nose in it. They're banging doors going into 3, and they're 3 wide. Brent Gleason gets knocked sideways.
Gleason found himself in that battle. Downey goes way up the racetrack in turn number 4. He's going to give up 3, maybe 4 positions as the 55 of Warren goes to the inside. Clemens is now 3rd. Downey trying to regroup.
Colton Gambacorda has come to life here in this division. He's a chip off the old block, Bonza, as he is being hunted. He is here hunted down. All of a sudden, we've got Aaron Plemons up to the front of the class.
If Colton Gambacorta wants to make a move on trot, he's got to do it soon because Plemons is coming. Top three, nose to tail.
Plemons is there in the third spot, right on the back bumper of Colton Gambacorta, who is reeled in race leader Tyler Trott. 1, 2, 3, battle for second. Here comes Aaron Plemons to the inside of Colton Gambacorta for the runner-up spot.
And Plemons does grab the position. Gambacorta slid wide off of 4, opening the door for Plemons. Travis Downey, the point leader, back in the 7th spot, trying to close in on a tight battle for 5th between Evans and Warren. Tyler Trott is protecting that bottom lane going into the corner, but Plemons had a good run running the arc. He goes to the inside, diving it under Trott in the battle for the lead.
Set this up over in turn number 1, went a bit wide and carried that momentum up the back straightaway. Did Aaron Plemons. Made the move in turn number 3. He goes to the point. Tyler Trott now settles in the line in second with more traffic ahead. Here they come off turn 4. White flag from the starter's stand. 1 lap to go in the street stock feature. It's Plemons over Trott in turn 2 with more traffic in front.
They got a lap past the 13 of Matt Martell, who stays well out of the way down the bottom lane. It's Plemons that has the top spot with 2 turns to go.
Plemons looks racy. He's done it throughout the event. He becomes the star in tonight's street stock feature. Aaron Plemons will take down the win. Tyler Trott, great run for second. Same can be said for Colton Gambacorta in third.
Green flag is up, much more even when they hit the line. A route outside, Moeller to the bottom. He'll get the advantage by a car length.
And now it's Alex Pearl's turn to move to the inside of David Arute in the battle for the 2nd spot with Mike Christopher Jr. right behind him. Looking at pushing Pearl going into 3, but Pearl's got 2nd. Christopher's got the advantage in 3rd. Now Talman looks to the inside, trying to take 4th away from Arute, but he gets hit from behind by Refrano.
Talman a bit of a shove by Refrano, and that'll stack him
4
up.
wide.
4 wide at the line. Everybody's okay from 5th on back. That allows the top 4 to get away.
But Moeller's lead is down to less than half a car length. Pearl is on the back bumper of that 85 down the back straightaway. Drives it in hard into 3. Moeller runs the apron. Pearl 6 to the white line.
He taps to the back bumper. Hello, here he comes. Meanwhile, Michael Christopher dive bombs down to the bottom of turn number 1.
DiMatteo spins front straightaway. Car 11 kicked out of line mid-pack and will go around to the infield. Keeps the car fired up. We stay green. Mike Christopher Jr. up to the 2nd spot. Moved around Pearl a moment ago for the runner-up position. Can he close in on Andrew Moeller for the race lead? Already 4 laps in the books.
Christopher made a move to the inside down in turn 1, but Moeller put the block on him. Moeller gets a little loose off of 2, stays down the middle of the track, protecting the bottom, and here comes Christopher up top.
Christopher sunk it in at a ton off turn number 4. Still Moeller. Christopher can't do it. That works to the advantage. Down in turn 1, Christopher is still on the outside lane.
But Moeller runs the 82 way up the track in turns 1 and 2. Now Christopher forcefully gets to the bottom, shoves Moeller going into turn 3, but Moeller stays on the bottom lane, holds firm in the lead.
That allows Pearl to close in. Arute in 4th, Refrano 5th, top 5, nose to tail with less than 5 laps to go.
Christopher arcs turn 1. He's got a great run off of 2, but Moeller sacrificed his exit to stay on the bottom. Christopher all the way down to the grass, tries to move to the inside, and he's got position.
He threw a block at him, then he gave up the block. Here comes the brand new leader, Michael Christopher, and here comes Alexander Pearl.
Still going at it for the 2nd spot, lap after lap. The 71 of Pearl, the 85 of Moeller. It got tight off of 2. Pearl still has the edge, but he's still not clear of the 85.
And it's exactly what Michael Christopher Jr. wants to see in his rearview mirror. They race hot and heavy for 2nd. It's allowing him to break away into the final lap. 1 lap to go in the TC13, and it's Michael Christopher Jr. at the point.
Ahead of a torrid battle for 2nd as Moeller and Pearl race hard down the back straightaway. Christopher leads the way with the final turn to come.
Here comes the double checkered. Michael Christopher, the USNE Power Machine, has done it. He will win the TC13. Andrew Moeller to finish in 2nd. Alexander Pearl, great run for 3rd. Marcello Refrano for 4th.